Here we go, show number 1. It's going to be a monster. Welcome to Billy Talks, a show about nothing and everything.
There's a monster in my house. I can't make it go away. It's been with me so long. I think it's gonna stay. My monster's big and lazy and won't get off my back. It loves to make things messy in my bedroom when I nap. There's a monster in my house. I can't make it go away. It's been with me so long. I think it's gonna stay. I wish it'd stay under my bed or hide inside my closet. It's here, it's there, it's everywhere, although it tries to hide it.
Y'all still there? Everybody with me? Get ready for the show. It's going to start in a minute.
There's a monster in my house. I can't make it go away. It's been with me so long. I think it's gonna stay. My mom and dad just think I'm nuts and that I'm a big fibber. If you don't think my monster's real, let me introduce my sister.
Everybody, how you doing? Bad Monster. I love that song. I do. It's by one of my absolutely favorite bands of all time, Mr. Billy, who I know personally, Mr. Billy. Yeah, okay, all right, that's me. I'm Mr. Billy. I'm also Billy Grisack, and welcome to Billy Talks. Billy Talks, a podcast about nothing and everything. Or pretty much anything, whatever I feel like talking about. You know, while I was listening to that song, I was thinking, what is the show going to be about today? And to be honest with you, I still have absolutely no idea what the show is going to be about today. This is show number 1, episode number 1. It is the pilot episode, and I want to make sure that it's a big monster show, which is why I started out with that song called Bad Monster. And we're going to close the show a little bit later on with another monster song. I'll tell you a little bit about it later. Anyway, so I'm here in Gillette, Wyoming, which is not where I live, actually. I live in a place south of Green Bay called Neenah, which is kind of a suburb of Appleton, Wisconsin. So everybody get out your Google Maps right now, and I'll wait. I can wait while you get your Google Maps out. And take a look and see if you can find Green Bay, Wisconsin on the map, which you can do now because of a little old thing called the Green Bay Packers. You know, it's really funny for those of you that follow football, and maybe some of you that don't. You might have heard of a gentleman by the name of Vince Lombardi. He was a pretty famous football coach and won some Super Bowls there in Green Bay way back in the day. But here's the funny thing. When Vince Lombardi first accepted the job to be the coach of the Green Bay Packers, he walked into his family's house and says, I got a head coaching job. And they're like, great, where are we going? They're thinking we're going to probably be going to California, you know, or New York or some exciting place, Dallas. And he goes, we're going to Green Bay, Wisconsin. They're like, Green Bay? Where's Green Bay? And he gets out a map, and his daughter's looking at it, and she goes, I'm not going to Green Bay. It's not even on the map. And it's true. Back in the day, we used to get like those Texaco maps, for those of you that might remember that. They used to sell maps on paper that you couldn't fold very easily. You know, it wasn't like our Google Maps and our Apple Maps and our GPSs, but you go to the local gas station, they would have like the local map, and then it would have like a United States map on it. I don't know what they did in other countries. I'm assuming maybe if they had Texacos in Germany, they had a German map. I don't know. I don't think they'd be, putting, the USA maps over in, France and Scotland and stuff. I digress. I'm all over the place. See, it's called Billy Talks, and that means Billy talks about nothing, absolutely nothing, or everything, or anything, and I'm just going to keep going, and hopefully you're lonely enough that you'll just be listening, and it's just great to hear a voice in the background. Or you're walking, and I'm keeping you company while you're walking, going out and getting your exercise, or you're on the treadmill, or you're driving, and you don't have a driving companion, and it's kind of like having me right there with you, because those of you that know me, and I'm thinking there's a lot of you that do know me here, because this show is pretty much for like my friends, my Facebook friends, and family members at this point. This really isn't a show about anything that really matters. It's just for fun. So, I mean, feel free to laugh anytime. Just jump right in there. Oh, that was horrible. You can laugh better than that. Let me hear that laughter. Oh, God, you sound like you're so not happy. Anyway, I am Billy Grisack. Yay! Listen to that. They love me. They really, really love me. I'm playing with my mixer here. It's got little buttons for applause and cheers and all kinds of great stuff. As the crowd goes absolutely wild. They go wild. Listen to them. Yay. I'm so glad you guys love me. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah. I was talking about Vince Lombardi and Green Bay. And he said to his daughter when she says, "I'm not going to Green Bay, Wisconsin. It's not even on the map." And to which Vince Lombardi replied, "I'm going to put it on the map." And he did. And there we are. So, yeah, I am sitting here in Gillette, Wyoming, in my sister-in-law's basement, looking out at the plains, or whatever you call them, of Wyoming, out the back door of the downstairs here, and visiting for sad reasons. My father-in-law passed away, and we've been spending a few days here. And I set up a little makeshift office down in the basement, and I thought to myself, I have all the stuff on my mind, and I could really use a therapy session. And guess what? You are my therapist. Yep, you are my therapist. The doctor is in, because this gives me an opportunity to just kind of talk and get things off my chest and talk about this, that, and the other thing. So when I said I was going to start a new podcast, first of all, let's see, what do you know about me? I've got lots of friends and family members now, and in my Facebook community. We're going to use that as an example, because I'm actually targeting this show for all my friends in my Facebook community, right? So who are the people in my Facebook community now? Well, there's my family. There's like my sister, my wife, my sister-in-law, all the people, my son, the people in my direct family that pretty much know everything there is to know about me, because I talk a lot, and I'm transparent, and I have no filters, and I feel very bad for them. And then I just say whatever's on my mind all the time, and they usually love me, and sometimes they don't, but that's okay, because they're my family, and they can't go away forever. So, yeah. So they know all about me, right? Where I've been, what I've done. Now, then I have lots of friends that I've had for years and years and years. Some of you that I've found on Facebook that I haven't seen in a long time, like my high school friends like Jeff and Alicia, and then other people that I've lost contact with over the years. But lots of friends that I've had from before Facebook that I found. Now, of course, and then lots of fans as well from my various bands, because those of you in the next group might not know what I've done for most of my life, which I'll get into in a minute. And then there's the new group of people that are pretty much the people that have found me and followed me because I started eating plants and vegetables and have said goodbye to things that walk and talk and moo and ba and or hatch. So there's like 3 or 4 different groups of people. So let's just go back and say, who is Billy Grisack? Who is Billy Grisack, and why should I even care? Let's get inside Billy's head and see if it makes our brain hurt. See if it makes our brain freeze. I'm a complicated guy. Not really. I just talk a lot. Ow! Brain freeze!
A zillion 0 degrees. Brain freeze. Titanic squeeze. Brain freeze. I'm weak in the knees. Brain freeze. Head, stop it, please. I just can't help myself. I get so sweaty and hot. I need to get an ice cold drink. Chug it on the spot. Ow! Brain freeze. A zillion 0 degrees. Brain freeze. Titanic squeeze. Brain freeze. I'm weak in the knees. Brain freeze. Head, stop it, please. If my family treats me with a trip to the ice cream shop, I just gotta gobble it down so fast until it makes my cranium pop. Ow! Brain freeze. A zillion 0 degrees. Brain freeze. Titanic squeeze. Brain freeze. I'm weak in the knees. Brain freeze. Head, stop it, please. Oh, I just can't resist a giant slushy icy. Jam that straw into my mouth until I scream, owie! Ouch! Brain freeze. A zillion 0 degrees. Brain freeze. Titanic squeeze. Brain freeze. I'm weak in the knees. Brain freeze. Head, stop it, please. Phenopalatine, ganglion neuralgia. That is a mighty mouthful to describe the pain that pounds ya. Brain freeze. A zillion 0 degrees. Brain freeze. Titanic squeeze. Brain freeze. I'm weak in the knees. Brain freeze. Head, stop it, please. Brain freeze. A zillion 0 degrees. Brain freeze. Titanic squeeze. Brain freeze. I'm weak in the knees. Brain freeze. Head, stop it, please. Brain freeze. Brain freeze. Brain freeze. Brain freeze. Brain freeze. Brain freeze. Brain freeze.
Yeah, Brain Freeze. That is Mr. That's another Mr. Billy song. Wow, Mr. Billy. That, for those of you that don't know, Mr. Billy is my alter ego of writing, performing, and recording children's and family music. That's something that I've done for a long time. But let's get into it. So, who exactly is Billy Grisack anyway? Well, let's start at the beginning. My birth name is William Charles Grisack III. William Charles Grisack III. And that figures very prominently in the story that we're about to tell, okay? So here we go. I was born in May 23rd, 1961, which means I have a birthday coming up. You know, take that for what it is. You know, I have a birthday coming up, May 23rd. And I will be leveling up to level 57. I'm currently at level 56. I'll be level 57. Looking forward to that. And when I was born into a family, the Grisack family. For those of you that do not know the proper way to pronounce my name, Grisack. Even though it's spelled Grisack, the I is long, the S is pronounced as a Z. I have no idea why. I just inherited it. I did not make it up. So Grisack, Billy Grisack, or William Charles Grisack III. So I was born in 1961 to a couple of really interesting people, Margie and Bill, and he would be Bill Grisack. So you kind of getting the idea how this works. See, so way back when, the first William Charles Grisack, or the first Bill Grisack, whatever you want to call it. By the way, never call me Bill. I'm Billy. That was my grandfather. He was senior, number one. And he was also a musician, bass player, and mandolin player, and wonderful violin player. And he was the first musician and the first William Sr., the musician. And he went out and he played music starting around 1917 professionally. So that's one of the reasons why I say, hey, I've got over 100 years experience in the music business, not because I've been doing it personally for over 100 years, but it started back in 1917 with my grandfather. And then he went on to have a couple of kids. My dad, Bill, William Jr., William Charles Grisack Jr., which is, Jr. is another way of saying two. So he was William 1, and then my dad was William 2. And my dad was a fantastic drummer. He was rated in Downbeat magazine. He used to play a lot of jazz music with Dizzy Gillespie, Stan Getz, all these great people. Work with, what is that person's name? Clooney. Rosemary Clooney wrote charts for her and stuff. This is what I'm told. And was in many successful bands. I'm thinking about doing a show just about like my dad, my granddad, and we could talk in detail about that someday. And then he married my mom, Margie, and she was a singer. And then they had me, and I'm the third, William the third. And then for some reason, 11 years later, I sure hope my sister's listening. For some crazy reason, even though they got it right the first time, they decided to have a little girl 11 years later, Melody. And isn't that a pretty name, Melody? Melody Grisack. And she has never actually been a full-time musician, but she does play, she does sing, and she's very talented as well. And, hopefully we'll talk a little bit about her and her family one of these days, too, because, that's what I do. I just throw it all out there. And then I met the love of my life, Kathy, and in Wyoming, where I am right now, Gillette, Wyoming. She was actually out at a bar. Yes, I found love in a bar in Wyoming. Yeah, that's right. But we've been together ever since, and we made a couple of beautiful, awesome children, which will be William the Fourth and Taylor, who's no longer with us. Little sad story, but I'm actually going to do a few Taylor shows because Taylor has a lot of really cool stories, and she was a giant Beatles fan, and I know I'm going to be doing some shows on the Beatles and talking about her journey and stuff. But we'll save that for later. You can get on my Facebook page and find all these people because, again, I have no filters. I'm transparent. I just tell everybody everything. What can I say? The FBI doesn't even have to put listening devices up for me because all they got to do is just go to my Facebook page and they'll find everything they need to know. It's a conspiracy, man. I'm telling you. It's a conspiracy. Anyway, moving on. So there's William 1, William 2, William 3, and now William 4. 4 generations of Williams, and in which case it was Bill, or Bill Senior. Well, actually, the way they did it was Bill and Little Billy. That's what they call it, my dad. So it was Bill, Little Billy, then I'm Billy, and now my son is Will, and we're up to 4. And Will, by the way, is a drummer. He also plays some piano, and we are musical business partners, and we have a band called Big and Tall. He also plays in my project, Mr. Billy. And we are also playing in a band with Dennis Provisor, who is from the Grassroots. Remember the Grassroots? Sooner or later, love is going to get ya. Or Midnight Confessions, or Temptation Eyes, or Two Divided by Love. I can't play those songs because if I play those songs, I got to pay somebody. And you know what really sucks? Dennis doesn't get the money. So a lot of the times when you hear about, make sure that you buy your music because you want to make sure the artist gets their money. Well, a lot of that is just bull crap. We'll do a show on that, too. We'll do a show on musical bull crap. In fact, by the way, what I really want you guys to do is tell me what you want me to talk about. Again, I'm leveling up to level 57. I've done a lot of crazy things. For over 40 of those years, I've played music nonstop for a living, no day jobs, and just worked my butt off. Recorded 29 children's and family CDs and 2 rock CDs under Billy Grisack and the Attack, another place a lot of people know me from. And also did some country CDs with Cross Country. Hi, Jerry, Mary Lynn, Jimbo, all you guys out there, John Romano, the people from New Jersey. And even the Billy Rub Band, which was a country band, and at one point it was called The Rub, and it was a punk band. Crazy stuff. Anyway, so I've done a lot of things, been a lot of places, recorded a lot of music, and I'll tell you all about those things. So here's what I want you to do. Today is the Monster First Show, the pilot. I'm sure this show is going to change radically every time I do an episode because today I had no idea what to talk about, but the show is called Billy Talks, and that means when I press the button, I have to talk. And as you can tell, I can. The hard part's going to be pressing the stop button. That's going to be the hard part. But here's what I want you to do, all my friends out there, my family, my friends, my new friends. And I forgot, new friends. So most of you know me from being, my older family and friends know me from Philadelphia and New Jersey, where I was born and raised. And then in the 80s, I came out to the Midwest, 80s and 90s, playing music full time. So a lot of you know me as a touring musician, a recording musician. But now lately, since like last November, I've gotten into this way of living, this lifestyle, which involves me not eating meat or dairy. And I hate calling it vegan exactly, but I think you'll all get it if I say I'm a vegan, although I'm not a pita person, although I do like pita bread quite a bit. But, I do wear leather, and use some other animal products. I just don't eat it. So I might have lost a few friends right there just by saying that. I apologize. But a lot of you know me now from it's called the Whole Food Plant-Based Diet Movement, or the Whole Food. Let me see if I get this one. There's so many different ways. There's vegan, and then there's vegan SOS. Then there's Whole Food Plant-Based, the WFPB, and then there's the WFPBNO, which is no oil. And I'm going to do all kinds of shows about this because you guys want to know about my recipes and my eating. But anyway, I've always been big, always have had pretty lousy health. And it all came to a head in November. I topped off at 400 pounds, and I was really sick, and I've had heart surgery and all this other stuff. And then I met Doug Barrett, who I'm hoping to actually get on the show. He even wants to be on the show. He's crazy, man, and he'll kick your butt. You got to see this guy. Anyway, he is the scariest-looking vegan I've ever met, and great guy. And he just kind of got me thinking, and I changed my diet, changed my lifestyle, dropped like 75 pounds, and I still have like another 100 and some pounds to go, but I'm working on it. So these are all the people that know me. They know me as, the kid from New Jersey with like really big dreams that knew everything and couldn't wait to tell everybody everything. And then there was the country musician, the rock musician, the Mr. Billy, the kids singer, all these years. And then the music marketing thing, I got into doing that. And podcasting. By the way, I've podcasted many, many times. So if you look it up, you can find the Mad Music Marketing Minute, Music Marketing Mind, Music Marketing Monday with best-selling author Bob Baker. And I'm also trying to affiliate with some other podcasters to do some shows. So if you're listening to my show and you're a podcaster and you think my special brand of talking about anything would be fun for you and your show, please have me as a guest. And to all my friends now, to my vegan friends, my whole food friends, my musician friends, my family friends, Joanne, I know Joanne out there, you've been saying you want to hear more music, and that's why I've added music to the show. For now, all the music you're going to hear on the show is music I've written and recorded because I don't have to pay royalties on it. So anyway, what I want you to do me two favors. If you're listening to the show and you think you might listen to it again, I'd like you to do two things for me. I'm not going to ask you for money, at least not today. Not today. I mean, if you want to send me something, great. If you want to send me something for my birthday, great. But I'm not asking you for anything monetary right now. What I am asking you to do is, number one, send me an email, send me a Facebook message, a text, a tweet, whatever you want. Call me. I don't care. And let me know what you want me to talk about. And I will do it. I promise you. I'll just keep talking and talking and talking and talking, and you'll just be sick of it, and then, we can move on to the next subject. The other thing I'm going to beg you to do, and I'm down on my knees right now, I want you to do this for me. Tell people about this podcast and my Facebook page. Tell 5 people, or even 3. I don't care. But there should be some links. I'm going to try and figure out how I'm going to post this and how I'm going to do the links. So what I want you to do is go ahead and tell 3 or 5 people about the show, share the link, say you got to check out this guy, he's crazy, and if you're lonely and you just want to hear a voice in the background or you want him to talk about something interesting, he'll do it because, It's cheaper than therapy for me. Way cheaper, and you're keeping me happy, healthy, and alive. And hopefully, I'm doing something for you. So anyway, that's all I've got for today. This is episode number 1, and hopefully you'll agree with me that it's been a monster, I hope. And speaking of monster, this song here is called The Monster. It's the last song we're going to play today, and this is me on guitar. Hope you enjoy it. Billy Talks. Bye-bye.